they are horrible monsters for doing this. And one day they will look back at their actions that they engaged in at this very moment in deep shame, and they will lie. They will lie about what they did. Friend of the show, Noah Samson, interviewed other friend of the show, Rashid Al-Haddad, cleverly dubbed as Tim Houthi Chalamet. And of course, I wanted to point to this really quickly because this is like, we are so back on the post 9/11 Obama era Islamophobia. We are so in the post 9/11 Obama era Islamophobia, where basically the pirate Houthi is on Noah's stream. Noah did a heart sign when asked if he supports what the Houthis are doing. This is insane. Holy, we're living in a bizarre world. For real, for real. How is this career ending? Just reported the stream for promoting terrorism. I'm disgusted.
It's far away. In Yemen, between his hometown and Sa'da, the place of the Houthi, is the town of the Houthi is like 15 hours to 12 hours. So it's really far. This is what I was trying to clarify, because everyone is saying he's Houthi. He's not Houthi. He's much closer to Sana'a than to Sa'da, the Houthi area.
Okay, yeah.
You know, the Houthi now are the government in Sana'a. But what I'm saying is, Houthi soldiers are only from the Houthi family or in Sa'da, the area the Houthi stay, the area for the providence of Houthis.
Yeah, that's. I mean, it's good to ask because it's like one more piece of evidence to show people that keep saying that
he's from Ib.
Doesn't make any sense.
He's from Ib. It's you know, it's really far. Yeah. This is what I'm trying to make everyone understand.
Dude just looks like evil. What? There's a knife around his neck. Like what? Yeah, that's a ceremonial blade for Yemeni people, for the record. For those of you who don't know, Lemma, what even has his murder weapon on him? This timeline, bro. Yeah, the Jambia, which I asked him about when we had a conversation as well. It's actually so insane. I can't believe this is so widely accepted and considered okay. Had genuinely thought we'd left this war on terror in the rearview mirror, or at least made it broadly uncool. I have a feeling this is Europe's fault. Yeah, this is it. Jambia. Literally everyone in Yemen has a fucking Jambia. Like, it's not even a stabbing dagger. It's a cultural one. But, of course, I feel like their political expression in most online, like, politics adjacent communities now is just like pure unrestricted Islamophobia. On the one hand, they just like, on the one hand, they claim, on the one hand, they sit there and they claim like, oh, we're pro-Palestine. On the other hand, they're like, every person that is pro-Palestine that isn't my white neighbor in Connecticut is a terrorist. The only way to be pro-Palestine is if you are exactly like me, living in America, and every now and then saying, you know, it's really up what's happening over there, huh? But why don't we just care about the feelings of Israelis more? That's the only way to be pro-Palestine, according to these freaks. So scary. Such a scary state of affairs. It's like, how far removed can you be from the situation? Like, even, look, the reality is, he reposted a Nazi account to get an own in. The only problem, that's not what Rashid said. Oh yeah, this is like the... Rashid is saying the Houthis are Yemenis, not that he's Houthi. What does he think this proves exactly? He's not saying he's Houthi. This man is beyond evil. This is dangerous. It could get him killed. Yeah, I don't think he cares. I think if the American government was like doing targeted executions in Yemen still, as they were for months on end, and this Yemeni civilian died in the process, and Ethan Klein contributed to that lie, he would not care. I think he was like, as long as I won an online argument in my mind, that would be valid. I'm seeing people get mad at you for your usage of girly pop as a substitute for anti-women terms. No, it's my expectation that like a girly pop community is supposed to not be this Islamophobic. Anyway, this is a horrifyingly racist attitude to have in general, and really up, and he's just going to keep crying about it. But I do like that, Noah found a way to contact Russia and had him on the stream. I think it's nice to offer him a platform again and to have him speak his truth. That's a good thing. It is. It's a brave thing to do. It's a good thing to do. It shouldn't be. It should be treated as like talking to any other normal person. But of course, Canary Mission's very own Ethan Klein, basically operating like a Canary Mission schizo or a Barry Weiss style psychopath, is actively invested in deplatforming anyone and everyone, but in the most cowardly way possible, where he can't just be like, Israel is the most defensible country on the planet. How dare you go after Israel like that? He has to do it in this like very weird way. He has to do it in this very weird, cowardly, cynical way where he's like, oh, but I also don't think it's good what Israel is doing. But also, if you also don't think Israel is doing the right things, and you say that it is perfectly reasonable for other countries in the region to try and stop Israel from doing this thing, then you're just as evil as Israel. Actually, you're more evil than Israel. I'm not going to talk about what Israel is doing at all. And I'm simply going to complain about those who do talk about Israel. It's like, yeah, you're a morally bankrupt 40-year-old man who literally wants to make personal drama around the genocide, the ethnic cleansing of 2 million Palestinians. That is the ultimate goal. That's the final solution. They're not hiding it. They're openly saying that they want to do it. This is Israel's plan. Netanyahu keeps coming out and saying that. Israel today, earlier today, Israel fired shots at diplomats traveling to the West Bank. A consortium of diplomats from, I believe, like 30 different states were traveling to the West Bank, and the Israeli occupying force shot at them. Directly at them. Luckily, they suck and couldn't strike any of them. From 20 different countries. Sorry, not 30. Yeah, think about how psychotic that is. And what is Ethan doing? Terror jacketing a Yemeni teenager with the hopes that he can deplatform a person that's fundraising for UNRWA. It's the most cowardly way to approach the subject, where he can't say, like, I think UNRWA is a terror group, because that's what he wants to say. So he has to just be like, maybe I can find a way to stop this fundraiser in some other capacity. And his hysterical, sociopathic, Islamophobic, like audience is playing a formative role in brigading every and any avenue they can to participate in this process, while they also sit atop their ivory towers and assume foolishly that they're actually still allies of the Palestinian plight. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Absolutely repulsive. They are horrible monsters for doing this. And one day they will look back at their actions that they engaged in at this very moment in deep shame, and they will lie. They will lie about what they did. They will lie about their position.